Hmm. So, this officially marks the 100th video of the Christian Show series. And I'll just come out and say it, I'm not going to do a crappy retrospective, considering I'm most likely going to do that next year. Why, you're wondering? Simple. Next year will officially mark 10 years of me doing YouTube.
What the f? Why are you f***ing here, man? You're so old. Where's your wife? Go home to your family, dude.
Well, I'm not that old.
So I figured to kill the time, I would talk about this Kingdom Hearts 4 leak that happened most recently. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's jump into it. So as you can see by this Reddit post, this person talks about firstly Kingdom Hearts missing Link, which I couldn't give less of a shit about because I don't care for mobile gacha games. But the point to grasp from this is that this person who leaked the information of missing Link actually managed to get their hands on a screenshot of documents which contain a list of Disney worlds in Kingdom Hearts 4. They also talk about how there's a high chance that this list of worlds might not reflect the worlds that will be in the game currently, because this was done during the early stages of the game's development. And as you all know, games go through changes during their development cycle. So there's the background check. Now let's get into the worlds. So, here are the worlds. First, you got the final world. That's expected, considering that at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3's final boss cutscene, it's shown that Sora is back at the final world after he defeats Yozora. Second is Quadratum. Again, that's a given. Quadratum will be the main hub world of Kingdom Hearts 4. Third is the Mysterious Tower, which seems like a likely possibility. Like, after we're done playing with Sora for a prolonged period of time, we'll most likely check in with the other characters who might be at the Mysterious Tower with Yensid, so he can give them further information on the Master of Masters, the Foretellers, Quadratum, etc. Fourth is Hercules, more specifically the Underworld, which is again a given. We saw Donald and Goofy wandering around in the Underworld so they can try to communicate with Sora in that first teaser we got. Now we're going to get into the Disney worlds, and I gotta say, some of these choices are major head scratchers, but I'll save that for the my thoughts portion of the video. The first Disney world we have is Moana, and I don't understand why this world would be an unreality, but whatever. The second world is The Princess and the Frog, a really underrated Disney movie, I might add. And again, I don't really see how this world alongside Moana would factor into unreality, but I'll talk about that later on. The third is Wreck-It Ralph, and considering that he was a summon in Kingdom Hearts 3, it would be interesting to see how that would work. Maybe after Sora is done tinkering around in Disney worlds, he might chill at home base, maybe he starts playing a couple of video games, and then he gets sucked into Game Central Station, and then he'll explore the three main worlds that were featured in the movie: Fix-It Felix Jr., Hero's Duty, and Sugar Rush. That could be interesting. Fourth is Zootopia, which is another one where I'm really confused by that choice, but whatever. The Incredibles is fifth, which is another odd choice, but I can kind of see it working, considering we're in a new saga, and the creators have a chance to take Kingdom Hearts in a dark direction, maybe. And The Incredibles does have a very dark and mature storyline, so I think they could work it in properly. Sixth is Brave, a very mediocre Pixar film, if I do say so myself. And to be honest, I feel like it's only here so I can fill the princess quota, like they did with the other two movies I mentioned earlier. Seventh is Inside Out. How the fuck would... Okay, I'll get back to that later. Eighth is Coco, and I will say that this is a Pixar movie that I think would really work in Kingdom Hearts 4. Sora is dead, and he's technically in an afterlife, and what happens in Coco? Miguel spends most of the movie in the land of the dead. It's a match made in heaven, and I think it would be perfect. It would be a perfect fit for this game. Ninth is Wall-E, my all-time favorite Pixar movie, and I gotta say, I'm pretty torn. On one hand, I would love to see Wall-E represented in Kingdom Hearts, but on the other hand, I don't know how it would fit into the story. Maybe Sora meets Wall-E and they start to bond over being lonely and not having any friends, maybe? I don't fucking know. And finally, the final Disney movie of the list is Star Wars, which is also a given because they did not shy away from showing us in the teaser. And as for the remaining worlds that are not Disney based, we got Scarlet Kylum, Hollow Bastion, Destiny Islands, and a world we don't know the name of. So now that we're done going through the list, let's talk about my thoughts on the worlds themselves. The only worlds that I think could possibly be in the game are the final world, Quadratum, the Mysterious Tower, the Underworld, Star Wars, Scarlet Kylum, Hollow Bastion, Destiny Islands, and that unknown world we don't know anything about. As for the others, I have things to say about them. Let's start with the ones that could have a chance of being in the game. The Incredibles, Coco, Wreck-It Ralph, and maybe Wall-E. As I said before, I think these worlds can be incorporated well into Kingdom Hearts 4. The Incredibles could definitely work with the dark and mature tone that this game is establishing for itself. Coco's Land of the Dead would definitely reflect Sora's situation of basically being dead and in a world that serves as a afterlife. Wreck-It Ralph's Grand Central Station could be a place that has some pretty fun mini games, and Wall-E, maybe he and Sora can bond over being lonely. I don't fucking. Now for the ones that have a 50-50 chance of being in the game. Moana, Princess and the Frog, and Brave. And to be honest, I feel like these three are only in here because they're princess movies, and they'll most likely just recycle the story beats of their respective films and just have Sora shoehorned in there. And this would definitely make sense considering how Disney was pretty strict when it came to the development of Kingdom Hearts 3. Like, they were constantly looking over Square Enix's shoulders, breathing down their necks. Like how that Chinese guy was looking over Stan's shoulder in that South Park episode, Banned in China.
Now I know how all the writers in Hollywood feel.
And finally, it's time for the worlds that I don't think they're going to be in the game. Zootopia and Inside Out. I just don't see how the world of Zootopia or the story would even work in Kingdom Hearts 4. And as for Inside Out, this is another one where I just don't think it would work well. And I'm really thinking about how badly it would fuck with Sora's mental state. Think about it. Imagine Joy telling Sora that his mind is being controlled by emotions. His brain would be fucked. And that's really all I have to say about my thoughts on this list. I don't think it's real, but hey, it makes for an interesting topic to talk about. So, what do you guys think of this list? What do you guys think of Kingdom Hearts? Are you fans of this series? Are you excited for Kingdom Hearts 4? Tell me in the comment section below. And I still can't believe I've done, officially, 100 videos all over again. And I feel absolutely nothing. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later.